Hey guys, today we're checking out the Dan Donegan Ultra from Schecter. The Dan Donegan Ultra from Schecter. This is my very first Schecter that I own. I've been thinking about buying one of these guitars for quite a bit now. I just couldn't find a review on YouTube, so I just decided to just buy it myself and make one. I wanted to give the guitar a fair try before doing a review to see how it holds up. I've owned this guitar for the past 6 months now, and I am not disappointed. This is a monster of a guitar. It's got tons of options depending on your playstyle, but I would say for a metalhead, this is a guitar to own for sure. Got Schecter locking tuners, an ebony fretboard, 3-piece maple neck, 25.5-inch scale. You can reach drop B no problem. The neck shape is a really thin C. It's very comfortable, and with the satin finish, it's just really smooth all around the guitar. You'll never get stuck on the neck. Compared to guitars which have a polished neck or polished finish, sometimes it can kind of stick, your hand can kind of get stuck to the neck. But with the satin finish, you know, it's one of my favorites. It feels so smooth. 22 jumbo frets with the gold dots inlays. The fretboard radius is 14 inches. It's got a 3-way switch, 2 volume and tone knobs. The first knob is the volume knob. The second one is the tone knob, and you can push and pull depending on what you want. If you pull on the tone knob, you'll get the single coil pickup effect, and if you push on it, you will get the humbuckers effect. The pickups are Schecter USA Brimstone 6. They sound great. Construction is neck through with Ultra Access. It feels really great to play the higher frets. You can get a really good grip around this guitar. Body material is mahogany. The guitar color is satin black with the gold hardware. The guitar just looks really sick. The whole hardware kind of has a steampunk kind of vibe with the black and gold and just the weird lines in the middle. It has a unique feel to it. There were different colors for these guitars back in the day. There was a red one, a blue one, and I believe there's also a black one. They all had not the satin finish, but a polish finish. And they're just really impossible to find, at least for me. In Canada, it's quite impossible to find. One thing I really like about the tone knobs and the volume knob, they have kind of a rubber band around the knob itself. It's hard to see on camera, but it just feels really nice to just roll with it. You know, you have a really good grip. It's just a small detail that makes it extra. These guitars retail for $1,700 and the case is $320 USD. However, as of now, there's a price cut on the Schecter website. If you're in the US, it's $1,200. The case is also discounted. I'm not sure if it's because they just can't sell or if this is like the last batch and they're trying to get rid of them. But with the discounted price, I think it is a really good deal. Now, my biggest thing is that the case itself, you have to order it separately for $220 USD as of now. For me in Canada, it's about $400 just for a case. I think this is probably the biggest turn off about it. It's really expensive. It's an amazing case. It's really well built. It's not too big, but it feels big. The guitar is quite wide in itself, really thin, but quite wide. But I think $400, it's kind of ridiculous. I think Schecter could just make the guitar itself maybe $200 more, but include the case with it. I think especially for the second-hand market, it's always a problem when some of these guitars just don't have a case with them. It's a nightmare to ship, especially for protection. You know, I think these kind of signature guitars will sell quite a bit, but a lot of times on Reverb or on eBay, some of them have quite a bit of damage on them. So I think just bumping the price up just a bit and including a case would be really nice. Now let's try the neck dive test. As you can see, there is a little bit of neck dive on this guitar, probably because the headstock is quite massive. It's not something you'll notice if you just play, you know, it doesn't feel heavy, or you don't have to support it with your hands, but it's just the neck diving a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but it's just something to know. Now I do have to mention, I did get one issue with this guitar. It's nothing major, but it's something to note. I was just playing and the strap lock just kind of cracked. I heard a crack, and as I looked at it, it was kind of loose. I had to screw back the lock in itself. It took like 3 seconds to do, but it's just something that I kind of got a scare out of it, and I never had any more issues using this guitar. It's just maybe it's a factory thing. When I bought it, it was maybe a little loose, and it just kind of loosened up over the time while playing, but now that I screwed it back in, no issues at all. So I've never had a Schecter before. It's my very first one, like I mentioned, but now it's fixed, and in the last 6 months I didn't get any other issue. I guess we'll see with time, but so far no other problems. I think my favorite thing to play on this guitar is just big chords like Dan does on his songs. With the bridge, it just feels great to play. You can really get a good strumming out of it. The coolest thing with this guitar is just the design, you know. It's unique in the shape, the colors, and the finish, the gold hardware. Even the weird shape at the top is really cool. It's one of the most unique instruments I got for sure. It feels great to play. The neck feels amazing because of the satin finish. It's quite a massive guitar, but it's thin, so it's not that heavy or that cumbersome. Anyways, I think I should wrap this up. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below what's your favorite Disturb track. Make sure to support your local stores. See you next time.
Ha 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 ha!